All right, good morning. Welcome to our historical weapons program for this Wednesday, first class for our historical weapons for May. We are coming to the conclusions of our work on the Tai Chi Saber set. We'll continue for a few more lessons, repeating and working on getting that sequence feeling more comfortable. We'll continue with some of our foundations and we'll start to head towards something new, probably end of this month, beginning of next. Okay, let's get ourselves warmed up here a little bit. So we'll set the feet in the ground, so the head rise and fall. I'm looking from side to side. And ear to one shoulder and hang. And to the other. Again to the first side. And the second. And let the head roll. Do some gentle half circles. And keeping the jaw closed, we'll take the chin up and around. And the other way. Okay, shoulders can loosen off. And the other way. A couple of shoulder circles, arm circles. And the other direction. And we'll reach and lean on one side. And on the other. Let's warm up the trunk a little bit. Let those arms go nice and loose. Good. And let's give the shoulders a bit of a warm up before we get the weapons in there. Same on the other side. Good. Over the head on one side. And on the other. And then behind the back. And same on the other arm. Let's let the hips roll around one way. And around the other. One more time, the first way. And the second. Okay, wrists can roll. And the other way. Good. Shake it out and open and close the hands a bit. And let's pick up our weapons. So let's start out like we often do. Let's start out with our downwards diagonals. We'll go through some cutting practice. So we've got that. Always that idea that we want the edge angle and the cut angle to mesh. So we're cutting down and we get that sense of pulling. We're reaching and pulling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's switch to the non-dominant arm. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. We'll switch back to the dominant arm. Let's work our rising diagonal. So we're coming up from underneath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We'll switch to the non-dominant arm. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Going to our next direction, our horizontals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We'll switch to the non-dominant arm, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's keep working on our arm strength. So downwards vertical. So we're going 1, 2. So it's on the same sides of the sword. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We'll take it to the other arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's go back to the dominant arm, but we're going to cross over. 1. So we're doing these downwards verticals on the opposite side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then we'll switch it over on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go to our wrist strengthening work. So we're going from underneath. Nice little wrist circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Then downwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Oh, the forearms. Love that kind of work. We'll switch it up to the non-dominant from underneath. 1, 2. Really try to get that wrist working. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Nice focus on the wrists. So we're coming to the end of the set, and we've got to get back to feeling comfortable with this kind of rolling, shifting in the arms. So let's just do an exercise here. Open and close. So we're laying that sword circulate across the back and in the front. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 1. This is what we get when we're kicking. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, let's do a couple of walking foundations, some moving walking foundations. So now we're going to take our rising diagonals for a walk. So we're going to come across one and step out two. So we're just taking a step, lead through one, draw through on the other, cut one, two. So just getting a bit of motion now rather than just being still. So it's those same diagonals, but we're stepping our way through. In this case, I'm using that rear leg to power through. One, two, cut, cutting. Nice, couple more. Good. Okay, so let's focus on the last pass of the set. So we went all the way around till we had our pressing, cutting palm. Then we went into here's our last set piece. So we go into that low wall, the reinforced low wall. Then we're chopping back to the right. We're coming underneath. We're going to get that step through cut. We're going to draw in. We're going to step into a hook stance and press the palm. We're going to cut up from underneath, rising up into crane. This is a bit of a chop. We're hitting. Then we're doing a spine low wall. So we're deflecting, bumping, wrapping around and out. Then we're going to wrap around the body, drape across the back, brush the left leg, and chop down. Now we get our transfer. So we're shifting our weight into the right leg, and that left hand is cupping underneath. We're rolling the weight into the left. We're going to release the right hand as we step back to brush the hip. We're going to come underneath, fold that arm so the point of the sword is facing away and the right hand is up over the head. We get another stomp. We drop the right hand, we drop the sword handle, and we step up and bump. Then we're going to go back to that position. We're going to brush the right leg as we step back. We're going to circulate the sword over with the left hand as we roll back. So we're going to go, we're going to bump. I'm adding more to you. We're going to bump. We're going to step back, brush. I'm about to start the set again. Come around, step in, and press down. Okay, let's work on me making that less confusing. So we're going to go brush and chop. We make a 180. We're turning in. We're cradling that sword underneath. We're stepping back. We're releasing the right hand. So as we step back, we can brush. We're coming around with the sword as we settle into the right leg. Hand overhead. Stomp. Bump. Step back. Brush. Open. And settle. One more time on that closing, and then we'll do that whole run again, that last pass. So we had draped around, we had brushed the leg, and we finished with a mighty chop. Wham! We've chopped down. So we draw back with the handle. We're turning over the edge so it faces up, and we can cradle that into the hand. Then we step back, we release the right, we brush the right hip, We circulate that left hand around, so sword is facing out, hand overhead. We stomp. We come forward. We present in our pung. We drop the arms. We expand them out as we bring in that left leg. And then we're settling to finish. I'm going to do that closing one more time in this direction, then I'll do it in the opposite direction just because we've got that 180 turn and probably having to look over your shoulders and things to watch it all. So around and chop. Roll back here. So we're turning in with the left, cupping into the, holding the sword. We're coming back, we're brushing, gathering, and out. We stomp. We step through, we present, we step back, we roll open, and we press down. So let's try that once, heading from the other direction. So again, I've got my left leg forward as I do our chop from the back arm. I'm going to do an inside turn. I'm cradling the sword into my left hand. I'm making that exchange as I turn in with the left. As I settle in, I'm going to brush the right as it steps back. Come around. One, stomp, step through, bump, step back, open, lift, step in, and close. Let's do that one last time in this direction. So around, we've draped over the back and chop. Good. Roll in, cradle, reach out with the right as we step back with the right leg, brush, circulate the sword down. And that kind of pump handle idea, pull on the handle and the tip of the sword comes up. We stomp, we step through, we come back, open, and then we can settle that down. Okay, so let's integrate that last pass one more time, and then let's do the whole set. So we came around for our spinning, scything down the entire world. We came around, we stepped back with the right leg, and we did our cutting palm. We then stepped in with the left for that reinforced low wall. We're then chopping to the side. We're going to come underneath, step through, rising cut, roll back, pull in the foot, step out with that right foot. We go to a hook stance and we cut up over the head and palm strike. Then we keep that going. We let that wrap all the way around and we step through with the left and we chop up. We're then deflecting with that low wall. We're stepping to the hook. We're using bump. We bring that around, drape it over the back to our present. And we get our last draping motion. Come around. We brush and chop before we turn. Step back. Brush, gather. Stomp down, bump, step back, and close. Good. Okay, what do you think? Let's take it from the beginning and let's do a nice pass of the whole set here. So, all this hard work coming together. We start with our opening posture, Wu-Ji. Everything settles. Got that top of the head suspended. We're settled in the legs. We've got our opening. And as we settle, out comes the left leg. Good. We roll in, we lift up the sword, we roll back and stomp. Now that right hand comes in to brace up for our bump, and then the right hand comes over the head like we did in the close. Now we're going to transfer, so we get that sandwich moment. We're lifting up the left, we're stepping with the left, we're wrapping that right hand to the wrist, left hand to the wrist, and then we cut across, we deflect, brush, and first side thrust. Good. We're going to roll back. We're going to step on the 45 with a low reinforced wall, right leg forward. We step back with that right leg and we come up into crane, sword up high, and then forward bow, still that high wall. We're going to lift up the right leg, sword is over the head. We're going to step down and chop, left leg high, and then we're going to come underneath for our nice big rising cut. We're going to roll that back. We're going to support the elbow. As we step through, we get one step and two, and we're cutting up and we're bracing the wrist. We're settling the sword, drawing in the left leg. We're raising the sword, stepping out with the left leg. We're going to turn, inside turn. We're going to turn, outside turn, and thrust to the 45 and turn over the blade so edges down. Then we step through with a palm strike. We roll back, we cloak over the shoulder and palm. We brush and we chop, kind of like the ending, but now we roll over and we do our low wall. Here comes our 3 turns and cuts. So we cut and palm strike 1. We stir the pot, brush and thrust. This time the left hand is up high. We get that short horizontal cut and our bump position. We turn again. We're going to do that whole sequence again. Cut down. Step out, palm strike. Roll back, deflect. Step forward, brush and thrust. Horizontal cut. Left leg out and bump. So we start that sequence one more time. So we turn, we get the downwards cut and the palm strike. That stays the same. We get the stirring of the pot. But now when we brush, we keep stepping forward. So we go through our original thrust, our side thrust, and we turn this up, edge up to thrust up high. Spine deflection and bump. Come around and into our cutting palm. Now a large thrust. We're coming up from underneath, thrusting upwards, and then we take this right back and we transfer, and this is our first kick. So we kick and palm strike. Now we have our section with the sword in the arm. 1, 2, we get our shoot the tiger. So we're stepping out low with the fist high with the sword. Then we're going to turn, back fist, lift, and this time low sword and high hand. We're going to roll back, gather, lift, and kick. Now we've got our step outside, inside, that horizontal cut all the way around. And present. We go for another low wall. And here's what we were just working on. Chop back, come underneath with the left hand, cut up with the sword, draw in, support the forearm with the palm, press out from behind, palm strike, step up, chop with a rising, deflect and bump, over the shoulder to drape, and cutting palm. We get one more drape. We come around, we brush, and we chop. Then we're heading into our transfer. So we transfer one, good, step back, brush, and settle. We're going to go stomp. We're going to go bump. We're going to step back, open up, step in, close, down. Okay, I'm going to leave it there for today. Next week when we get together, we'll do less review of the last part of the set, and we'll do more repetitions. So I think for the next couple of weeks, let's try to go through the set at least 2 or 3 times every class over the next few weeks. All right, thanks for training hard today. We'll see you next week. We'll do a lot more set repetition, a little less foundations. Talk to you all soon.